Hi, do you know your triggers? Do you know what's stressing you in your classroom and at home? Hi, my name is Prerna and I'm a behavior coach. I'm going to share some examples from a classroom that I was coaching and what the teachers discovered about their triggers and hoping it'll help you. So these are two toddler teachers and they've done the homework because every time I start coaching, I ask them to make a list. Make a list of your triggers at home, make a list of your triggers in your classroom. And when I went back to visit with the teachers, they said, yes, we know what's triggering us. And she said, every time the children say no to her, she was getting stressed out. So she would ask them to clean up, she would ask them to come here, she would ask them to do anything. And their response was no, no. And she was finding herself getting all worked up, right? And so I said, what did you do? And she said, well, I framed it differently. I just took away the yes and no questions. She said, I started asking them, where does this belong? And they would just take it and put it. So she realized that she didn't like the response and it was up to her to change the way she was asking them, right? The toddlers weren't going to change. And her coworker said, yeah, I realized that I didn't like them climbing on me. I realized that I didn't want to be the jungle gym. And they would, the minute I would sit down on the floor to play with them and engage with them, they would be all over me. They'd be climbing on my shoulders, they'd be on my back, they'd be sitting on my lap, they'd be playing with my hair. And she realized that she was getting really stressed out. And it was just like creating all this reaction inside her. And so I asked her, what did you do? And she said, well, I told them that I'm happy to give you one hug, but this is my body. And right now I'm not wanting to be climbed on, but you can sit right next to me. And so she started introducing the concept of their body and her body and giving permission. And I said, how did it go? She said, great. They sat happily next to me. They were sticking right next to me and sitting, but they were happy to play. There was another teacher who said when she did her homework on the triggers, she realized that she was getting triggered by the schedule. And I said, what does that mean? She said, well, all day long, I found myself hurrying up the kids. Let's finish up the snack. Let's finish up the circle. We have to go outside, line up, come inside. Like she was getting all worked up, getting the kids to go through the activities during the day. And of course, there's nothing you can do about the schedule. So I asked her, what did she do? And she said, well, I realized that the clock was my trigger. So I stopped looking at the clock. And when I wasn't getting stressed out and I wasn't reacting, we went through everything that we were supposed to because she knew her routine, the kids knew her routine, but just this anxiety of trying to be on time and, trying to feel all stressed that we had to get through everything really helped her to change the way she was showing up in the classroom. So this is really important. If you're finding yourself getting stressed and reactive, start with the understanding of what is triggering you, and then you start becoming a witness to that. You start observing it. And as you go through your list of triggers, you will start recognizing that they won't stress you anymore. I'm doing this work constantly on myself, and I'm recognizing that as I face one of my triggers, it doesn't have that effect on me anymore because I'm able to observe it and witness it and not react to it. So I hope you found this helpful, and don't forget to do your own homework. What is triggering you and what's your plan? Remember, the children won't change. It's how we show up and how we respond to them instead of reacting to them is what's going to change. So all the best. If you liked it, don't forget to subscribe and stay tuned for the future episodes coming up. All the best. Bye.